Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Mukesh Mehla, Assistant Professor of Cardiology in UN Mehta Institute of Cardiology and Research Center, Ahmedabad. Today's my topic is echo assessment of right ventricle function. RV is the most anterior structure of the heart. It can be divided into three regions: inlet regions, apical region, and outlet region. Inlet region containing the tricuspid wall and chordae tendineae, while trabecular apical myocardium contains papillary muscles, and outlet are also known as the infundibular portion. Additional structures to RV includes crista supraventricularis, prominent trabeculations, moderator band. RV mass is around 1/6 of LV mass. Function of the right ventricle. Why should we measure RV function? As we know, RV is not just a conduit of blood flow, it has its unique functions, which has prognostic significance in various clinical settings, risk stratifications, or to guide optimal medical therapy. RV is important for pulmonary artery perfusion pressure maintenance to improve gas exchange, or it maintains low systemic venous pressure to prevent congestion of tissue or organs. RV function is affected by LV function, and LV function also affected by RV function. As we know, in ventricle interdependence, RV is volume overload or pressure overload, so it compresses the LV, and LV filling is decreased, so cardiac output is decreased, is known as ventricle interdependence. So both RV and LV function are interdependent to each other. RV function is assessed by qualitative or quantitative assessment. In qualitative, by size, is either RV dilated or not, wall thickness, is RVH present or not, or systolic function, is there RV contracting well or not. While in quantitative systolic functions, we measure RV global function by TIE index or RIMP, right ventricle index of myocardial perfusion, RV global systolic functions by fraction area changes or visual ejection fraction change. RV longitudinal systolic function is measured by TAPSE or S-DASH. Main views to assess the RV functions or RV dimension are plex view or RV inflow view. In plex view, we usually measure RVOT proximal diameter, while in RV inflow view, we measure RA-RV size, TRZ. In parasternal sotaxis view, it is a good view for interventricular septal, TR, RVOT view, both proximal and distal in parasternal sotaxis view, while also for PRZ assessment. In apical 4-chamber view, RA-RV size, tricuspid wall annulus, and TRZ are measured, while in subcostal view is good for right ventricle hypertrophy present or not, or IVC size. So RV wall thickness is measured in subcostal view, in zoomed view, at the end diastole, and we should careful about not to include trabeculations, epicardial fat, and papillary muscles, and it is measured at the anterior tricuspid leaflet. If size is more than 5 mm, is considered right ventricle hypertrophy. So RVH is useful measurement for pressure overload. Increased RV wall thickness, it can be seen in infiltrative and hypertrophic cardiomyopathies, and certain conditions are associated with the RV wall thinning, such as ARVD, arrhythmogenic right ventricle dysplasia, and no associated echo criteria to define abnormality in thin RV wall as in RVH as present. RV dimensions. Using 2D echocardiography, RV size can be measured from say focused apical 4-chamber view at the end diastole. As we know, in apical 4-chamber view, normal apical 4-chamber view, there is a decreased size estimation in RA-RV. So we take focused apical 4-chamber view, in which we go in laterally in axilla, and then 4-chamber view is made, so dimension of RA-RV are accurate in focused apical 4-chamber view. RV dimensions are divided in three categories: RV basal diameter, mid diameter, or RV longitudinal diameter. RV basal diameter is both between the tricuspid wall annulus. RV mid diameter is the mid cavity of RV, and RV longitudinal from the apex of RV to the tricuspid wall annulus. Normal dimension of RV is, if basal diameter is more than 4.2 centimeter, and mid is more than 3.5 centimeter and longitudinal is more than 8.6 centimeter is considered as RV dilatation. RV dimension is easily obtained and focused apical 4-chamber view and is marker of RV dilatation. While disadvantage is highly dependent on the probe rotation and users, which can result in underestimations of RV width if we go only for apical 4-chamber view despite focused apical 4-chamber. 2D and M mode for RVOT size is a best view of the left parasternal and subcostal windows. Size of the RVOT measured at the end diastole on the QRS deflection, and in plex view RVOT proximal is measured, while in parasternal thoraxis view we measured both RVOT proximal and RVOT distal. So in first picture plex view RVOT proximal diameter is measured, while in second and third view both RVOT proximal and RVOT distal are measured. RV contraction is divided into three categories: a below like contraction of the free wall towards the septum, and second and main portion of RV contraction is divided a longitudinal contraction of the base towards the apex, and third is around the LV. So main is RV longitudinal contraction is a major contributor of the overall RV performance and a good standard for RV systolic performance. Limitation of echocardiography in the assessment of RV function, as it is difficult to standardize the evaluation method of RV function because there is variation in RV size, and RV is crescent shape and not taken in one single view, and it is easily affected by preload, afterload or LV function. And separation between the RV inflow and outflow is and not taken into single frame, and difficulties in the acquisition image owing to the because it is behind the sternum. Right ventricle function assessment into 5 categories: fractional area changes, TAPSE, tie index or S dash, tissue Doppler systolic signal velocity, and visual estimation of RV free wall and tricuspid wall annular motion. RV area and fractional area changes, it is a in focused apical 4-chamber view we measured endocardial border of RV from the tricuspid wall annulus to the lateral wall and include the endocardial border, even moderator band, and traced up to apex, and then the interventricular septum back to the tricuspid wall annulus. So trabeculation, tricuspid leaflets, moderator bands and chordae are included in the chamber. We take both end diastolic and end systolic in single picture. Then the fractional area changes is calculated by end diastolic area minus end systolic area divided by end diastolic area into 100. Normally FSC is more than 35%. If less than 35% is considered a RV dysfunction. Second is TAPSE or tricuspid wall annular motion. TAPSE or TM is a method to measure the distance of systolic excursion of the RV annular segment along the longitudinal plane from a sectioned apical 4-chamber view, acquired by placing a M mode cursor in lateral tricuspid annulus, and we measure the distance of longitudinal excursion. If more than 17 it is considered normal. If less than 16 mm is considered RV dysfunction. TAPSE is simple, less dependent on optimal image quality and reproducible. It does not require sophisticated equipment or prolonged image analysis, while disadvantage is it is angle dependent and there are no large scale to validation studies, and finally TAPSE is load dependent. Third is right ventricle index myocardial perfusion or tie index. It is a global estimate of both systolic and diastolic functions of the right ventricle, obtained by two methods, either by pulse Doppler or the tissue Doppler methods. It is calculated by isovolumic contraction time plus isovolumic relaxation time divided by ejection time. The normal upper reference limit of a tie index is 0.4, while we use pulse Doppler, and is upper reference limit is 0.55 when we use tissue Doppler. So in upper image, pulse wave is cursor is put on tricuspid wall lateral annulus and pulse wave Doppler is put, then we take tricuspid valve closing to opening time and ejection time. When we subtract tricuspid valve closing opening time from ejection time, it is and divided by ejection time. So it is feasible in a large majority of subjects both with and without TR, avoids the geometric assumptions and limitation of complex RV geometry, while disadvantage of is it is unreliable when RV ejection time and TR are different, as in EF when RR interval is variable, so ejection time is not constant. As we know, in it is load dependent, so when RA pressure is diluted, it is not advisable. Tissue Doppler imaging in S-days in apical 4-chamber view is used. The pulse Doppler sample volume is placed in either the tricuspid valve annulus or the middle of the basal segment of the RV pre-wall. The S-dash velocity is read as the highest systolic velocity without overgaining of the Doppler envelope. So tissue Doppler cursor is put on lateral tricuspid valve annulus, and if S-dash is calculated, if is more than 10 cm per second is normal and less than 10 is considered abnormal or RV dysfunction. It is a simple reproducible techniques, and pulse Doppler is available in all modern techniques, while it is angle dependent, and it assumes that the function of the single segment only longitudinal assessment is assessed by S-dash, so it is not feasible. Right atrial assessment is also considered an apical 4-chamber view. Estimation of right atrial biplanimetry, we take both RA major dimension and RA minor dimension. The maximum long distance of the right atrium is from the center of the tricuspid valve annulus to the superior RA wall is considered RA major dimension, while RA minor dimension is from RA free wall to interatrial septum. Normally, length of major dimension, if more than 53 mm or minor is more than 40 mm, considered dilatation of RA. RA pressure determination is considered by along with the IVC. If IVC measurement is taken around 5 mm in inside the IVC and at the end of expiration. If IVC diameter is less than 21 mm and collapse with respiration is more than 50%, so RA pressure is considered normal, which is 0 to 5 mmHg, while either IVC diameter is more than 21 mm or collapsibility less than 50%, or IVC diameter is less than 21 but collapsibility is less than 50%, so pressure is considered as 5 to 10 mmHg. If both IVC diameter is more than 21 mm and collapsibility is also less than 50%, so RA pressure is considered high, which is more than 15 mmHg. RV pathology is grouped into RV volume overload, either RV pressure overload, RVMI in RV infarction, ARVD in pulmonary embolism, cardiac tamponade. In all the pathophysiology, we assess the RV and RA either in diastolic dysfunction, systolic functions, or in group of dimensions, subcostal wall thickness. Hemodynamic assessment of RV is a systolic pulmonary artery pressure, which is measured RVSP, as we know, measured from 4V squared, V is TR maximum jet plus RA pressure. Normally RVSP is less than 30-35 mmHg, and pulmonary artery pressure is also assessed by the PR jet. At the peak is the pulmonary artery mean pressure, while pulmonary artery end diastolic pressure is the end diastole of PR jet plus RA pressure, while mean pulmonary artery pressure is the peak of PR jet 4V square. Or we can from systolic or diastolic, as we know, mean arterial pulmonary pressure is 1/3 systolic pulmonary artery pressure plus 2/3 of diastolic pulmonary artery pressure. Thank you.